Well, boys, it's another day back out here at Elevated AF, and we just got back from Sema, so we're cranking back up production here. Everything's about to get real busy real fast, and it looks like I have a truck falling off a trailer. Well, isn't that great? Anyways, we had this guy just bring in this Ford F350. It's one of the older models, but he wants to trade for a different dually. And this truck happens to be the exact same year. Only difference between these two trucks is this one is an extended cab with a dually box. This one is a crew cab with a flatbed. So this is Colton's old truck. Now, I have some news about Colton that we'll get to in a minute here, but I think we're going to work this trade deal out. He's just in the office doing paperwork right now, and then I got to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with this, which I think we're going to swap out this dually with this dually once we get it all built. But first, I got to fix that truck because that's not good like that. There we go. That's a lot better. Anyways, so Colton, he has officially left for a little bit. The deal was he was supposed to be here until after Sema. Now that Sema's over, he wants to take a little break from doing truck stuff and wants to go do some other stuff. So who knows when he'll be back. But now we're back to working on our own, but I may have a different employee coming in soon. Anyways, we ended up building this GMC right before Sema. We actually ended up having a lot of interest on this truck at Sema, so much so that we actually had someone reach out wanting to buy it. Now, they didn't just want to buy this truck, they wanted to buy a whole setup. They wanted a truck and trailer to go along with this. And they wanted specifically a tow rig to match this truck. Another GMC, all done up, dually, paint matched. It's got a little bit of the purple accent, all that good stuff. And I said, yeah, we could definitely do something like that. So we're gonna hop in another one of our tow rigs here and go grab the very truck we're gonna be needing. Well, truck is secured. Luckily, I have a dealership close enough to me that stocks basically every truck we'd ever want, or can at least get them in for me, which is perfect. Anyway, it's a 2024 GMC Duramax 3500 dually, brand spanking new off the GMC assembly line here. So we're going to get this sucker in the shop and the guys can get to work tearing this down. And that, of course, is not the only project we got going on today. All right, so up on this lift is one of Colton's projects, this Chevy 2500. He bought it, basically blew it up instantly. It needs a whole new motor and possibly a transmission, who knows. He hasn't really said what he wants to do with this thing yet, so I think we're just going to store it. And then if he wants me to do anything with it after that, well, it's up to him. I'll move that later, but for now, we got some other stuff going on. I don't know why the shop's so smoky, though. Oh, it's because all of outside is smoky. That's weird. Okay, so it looks like the deal was done for that truck. We made the trade. So this thing is going in the shop. You guys can get to work doing whatever the heck we're going to do to this. I think we're going to for sure get a dually bed on it. It's going to get a lift of some sort. I'm just not sure which one yet, or how big we're going to go, or anything like that. I'm guessing since it's going to be a tow rig, probably not that big. But we'll figure it out as we go. Perfect. That will work. Holy smokes, I cannot catch a break here. Just had a customer bring in this 2006 third gen Cummins. I completely forgot. He brought in a parts list last week. Well, we were out for Sema, but I guess my shop guys, one of them that was still here, took care of it. Got all the parts ordered for it. Completely forgot this guy was coming in. Anyway, he wants a decent lift done, a bunch of paint match, boggers on it with some aftermarket wheels, aftermarket headlights, all sorts of crazy stuff. And that's something we can definitely accommodate. We're going to get this thing in the shop, and we are going to be pretty much full for the week ahead. I guess worst case scenario, we can always move Colton's truck, but for now we should be okay. What the heck? This lift doesn't want to go up. Another thing that's broken around here. I leave for like 2 weeks and everything's broken around here. I'll just let the guys fix that. Now I can finally get down to the business of cleaning out the showroom. So we had a customer call up the last week here. I wasn't around, but now that I'm back, I can finally deal with it. He wants all 3 of our Cummins swapped Ford Rangers. We've got these 2 out here that we built recently. And then way in the back there, we got the Cummins swapped dually Ford Ranger. All very crazy and unique vehicles, but today's the day that they all get sold. And even more crazy, they're all going to one flipping guy. No idea who this man is, but he obviously loves these trucks. So yeah, we're gonna get these all loaded up for him, get them delivered, and since there's such a big order, we're gonna personally deliver them to the guy. He's just a couple hours away, so shouldn't be too bad. But still, who's gonna do something with 3 separate Cummins swapped Rangers? What's he got planned? And since I'm getting this rig moved, we can stick Colton's truck in there. That'll work perfect, actually. You know, modern problems require modern solutions, and this was the best solution I can think of. This works. So Ranger number 1 is up on the gooseneck tongue. Ranger number 2 is up on Ranger number 1's flatbed, and Ranger number 3 is up on Ranger number 2's flatbed and sticking off the back. Go ahead, type in the comments. Tell me this isn't realistic. They're Ford flipping Rangers. They can handle anything. And yes, maybe it's not DOT certified transport, but what do I care? Now, ideally, this would all be towed with another Ford Ranger. Unfortunately, I don't got an extra one, so a Dodge is gonna have to do. My question is, what you doing if you see this rolling down the highway? like what? There's a lot of things wrong about this entire setup. All right, we're finally taking one of the rigs out of the shop that I never get to flip and use, and is honestly my favorite truck ever. Well, I don't know about ever, but it's one of my favorites that we've ever built. And I'm going to pick up a gooseneck trailer for this setup that we're going to build. I almost just smacked my Ford. Anyway, it's a white gooseneck to match the white GMC setup that we're building, so it should be pretty cool. You know, I always forget how much get up and go we put in this truck. It's got just as much power as you can take with these things. But I scared the trailer. This thing is one heck of a trailer, if you ask me. Really flipping nice. Should do the job. But holy smokes, I'm not sure if I have enough trailers here. I may need to get rid of one or two. All right, back in the showroom you go. It was fun while it lasted. Well, it's been about a week here. We got a customer build finally finished up here. It was the 3rd gen, and holy smokes, this thing, it's interesting. Keep in mind, this is all at customer request, and I do kind of dig it. But the amount of spacers on this truck, it has 6 inches worth of spacers. Now, we did completely redo the entire front end, as you should when you're putting on 6 inches worth of spacers, but I have a feeling that it's going to get worn out pretty dang quick. We went with a 10 to 12 inch lift, 37 inch boggers, 22 inch TIS wheels, aftermarket grille, headlights, taillights, cab lights, mirror lights, paint matched a lot of stuff, and this was an aftermarket request, but a little bit of engine work, you know, some whirly boys on there. So she's got extra ponies to push these big old boggers. Oh, and a cowl hood, because why not? Out here looking like a moose. So you should be here to pick this up in a little bit. Well, it's been a couple more days here, and the dualies are finished. And this one got a bit more treatment than we were expecting. Originally, we were going to go with just something simple for a lift, you know, a little bit up so we could run some like 35s, 37s, put some bags in the back so it towed nice, but no. We went all the flippin' way with this thing. Put in a flippin' any level. Not sure why we did it. Just gonna set this to a bit more of an ideal level for towing here. Something like that. Not too big, not too small. Anyway, so originally this thing was a flatbed. We put a dually bed back on it. Went with a cool platinum-esque looking grill. I don't know, I think it's interesting. Aftermarket headlights, 22 inch, were they 20 inch? I can't remember. TIS wheels with some 37-inch wraps, fully deleted, fully ready to go. I gotta say, I love how this thing turned out. Now, the other dually we ended up working on this week was this GMC 3500, brand spanking new off the showroom, but with a purple powder-coated FTS lift to match the truck it's gonna be hauling here. JTX wheels, bunch of paint match, did a little work on the hood, so tows a little bit better. And there's one last piece here to make this whole setup complete, and the owner of this new setup is on his way right now, so he should be here in a little bit. But holy smokes, look at that rig. That is one heck of a way to roll up to a show, that's for sure. And speaking of rigs, here's another one. You know, I can't tell which one's cooler now, because this one, the tow rig for this now has an any level, and the supposed show rig that's on here just has a normal lift on coilovers. Like, what the heck? Now I'm officially building cooler tow rigs than I am show trucks. Well, there is that, so maybe not. Anyways, the customer should be here to pick this up in a little bit, but hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.